Hey everyone, Vintage Fan Collector here, and finally we have a fan in my garage to test. Would you look at that? So what you're looking at here is one of my recent acquisitions, a 2003 Casablanca Panama II in the lovely bespoke brushed nickel finish. I have not been able to find one of these for a while. I see them all the time installed, but never been able to get one until I was at the McKinney Restore for the very first time the other day with Jared, and we found one. Did not come with the mounting that you see. That's from my brushed nickel Panama. It had some goofball generic canopy. I don't know why. Probably replaced some generic builder fan, but whatever. I'm using the proper hang true. And I finally found my camera battery charger and my second battery, so we're good to go for a video finally. So I got Chance here in the background. You can say stuff. Yeah, that Texan Collector on YouTube. And we'll go ahead and fire this thing up in the 4-blade configuration on low. So it does have a wobble. I think one of the arms is bent. Very beautiful blade finish. But it's got nice high gloss antique oak blades, which I've never seen paired with brushed nickel, so that's pretty cool. It's definitely unique.
Very nice in my opinion.
The finish is not in the best of shape overall. It is a bit, it's got that classic habitat rash. However, I can probably fix all these blemishes up if I need to. They're not terrible. And for now, I think this is the camera angle I want. It's very similar to what I did at the old house. And I have my 70-watt metal halide fixture currently lighting the fan very well.
It finally decided to work.
Yeah, it took a bit to wake it up. Been sitting in the garage unused for a while. Here's medium. And it's nice to finally have a 3-speed Panama as well. I did not have any until now. I mean, technically I had one that I stupidly parted out that had bad bearings. That one was Snow White, and it was actually made in 2001, which is the year I was born, so that was kind of cool. I regret that now, but it's too late.
Bearings on this are pretty good though.
They're perfect, yeah. Yeah, they're good bearings. And it just wobbles like crazy on high. Could be due to it having 4 blades. I just picked the wrong 4 to put on here. That's always something. The order is actually quite important for blades. Especially with flywheel fans, because the flywheel gets used to the weight on one certain point and bends / flexes to accommodate that. That's the point of the rubber flywheel. So if you don't put them in the right place, it's going to wobble. And high speed. And due to the wobble, it appears a bit slower than normal. However, this does also have the concealed arms, so it's not going to go as fast as my Ventura does with the 14-degree irons. That's still a good air mover though, because of the pitch.
Yeah.
Maybe the cap is slipping a bit. Possibly on the board, I don't know. Seems fairly normal for everything though.
Still a pretty solid runner.
Indeed. And yeah, there's off. So I'm glad to finally actually hang fans in here and do stuff with them. I'm going to throw up the red decorative when I replace the pole chain. That will be nice. I can't even turn it off. It's just straight up stuck on high. The pole chain's not broken. It's just the contacts are ruined in it.
Is it really?
Yeah. So you can't turn it off. Yeah. Big sad.
Big sad moment.
Alright, well, I don't feel like doing the spin down, so we're going to go ahead and move to the 5-blade configuration. Alright, and now the 5-blade configuration. Still wobbles horribly, because one of the blade arms, we found the one, it's out of clock. And if I would have known on the 4-blade, it wouldn't have wobbled as bad, but I had no idea until after the fact. So, it wobbles worse with this, anyway. But, oh well, go ahead, soft blow. And of course it does fine on all the speeds except high. That's probably why they donated it. It wobbles horribly because somebody must have got a broomstick or something and whacked it. Oh, I can't see on the side of blades, which... Oh, actually. Yeah, that one. That one's the one that somebody stuck something into it and it just got it while it was on. And then they did not realize, I guess, that you could put 4 blades on this thing too.
Yeah. It's still a very nice low speed.
Yeah.
I love the aesthetic of these Casablanca low speeds.
Yeah, the IntelliTouch is even slower, of course.
Yeah.
Speed 1, and Slumber Quiet as well, and cardboard box variable speed.
Oh yeah, like on my old Jacksonville.
Yeah.
The
But it's buzzy.
well, it's actually not that buzzy. It's actually pretty quiet.
Casablanca's, I think, was one of the more... Well, Casablanca's plus the imports were the louder cardboard box. For whatever reason, they couldn't quiet it down, but the Slumber Quiet is literally the most silent variable speed system.
I was about to say, because like my old Jacksonville Jackson, which is polished brass with white blades, its low speed is super aesthetic, and it's super low, and it works really well, and it's actually pretty quiet.
Yeah. My K63 stuff is fairly loud. My transitional K55 fans with cardboard box. Those
Wow.
started appearing in 1980 when they weren't quite developed or finished with the development of the Slumber Quiet system.
Good old potentiometer.
Ouch. Hit my head on a bike. Woohoo! Yep, still have bike hanging off the ceiling in this garage, just like my old house. So not too much has changed, and as you can see, the ceiling is the same. So really, it doesn't look that much different. There's lights in different places in your view, and I have Romex now. And that's it, really. And high speed. Horrid. Absolutely not happy with how it wobbles, but not much I can do. If I were to install this, until I get new arms, I would do 4 blades. I do really like it with 5 because it is big childhood, but I also love it with 4, so I'm not going to
I
complain.
think they look
about
nice
either.
with 5.
Yeah, they do. I mean, that was actually the design. It was supposed to be the first commercialized 5-blade fan, because technically it's not actually the first 5-blade fan. The RMM Art Deco from the 30s, R&M, Robbins and Myers, they did the first actual 5-blade fan. But Casablanca popularized it, essentially, because if they didn't do it, I guess somebody else would have, but they did it first. I'll say that.
Wow, I did not know that.
The Panama came out in '81, and at the time they didn't have a 5-blade flywheel, so they used an adapter. I have a few of those Panamas that are
So it would stick the blades lower?
Yeah, it kind of sticks them out to about right there.
Wow, even that low?
It's called, I guess it's kind of like an isolation ring on an original, except...
Yeah.
And the blade arms are spread out more, so it kind of gives a ½ inch of extra blade span. It's just, yeah. And when the Panama was new, they offered 2 different sizes. The 4 Seasons arm size, which was 48. And
Like my 4 Seasons, yeah.
And of course, if you wanted small blades, you could do that too. And then they offered 52 with Zephyr arms. And in '83, when they introduced the short 50-inch arms, they had 3 sizes that you could choose from.
Wow.
50, 48, and 52. And then, of course, they just switched over to these, plus a new flywheel.
Wait, so they actually had Zephyr arms on these?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, if you look in the fan book, they have it on the front cover. It has one.
I think I've seen it. I think...
I got one in my room somewhere. The book. I don't know where, I forgot. But yeah, I'm going to try to build a 4 Seasons arm plus a Zephyr arm early Panama. I already have a regular arm one. I have 2 of those, but I want to have the stubby. Stubby looks cool.
Yeah. This looks super good though.
Yeah. I'm so glad I finally have a brushed nickel non-contemporary Casablanca fan, just the traditional one. Now I want a brushed nickel Delta 2. Either the Delta 2 or the Delta 3. It doesn't matter to me.
That would look really good.
A Delta 3 would be nice to have in the collection though, because that's the IntelliTouch Delta 2.
Mm-hmm.
Although I also have the very rare Discovery, which was a Home Depot special, which is a late 80s, early 90s build. It's just a Delta 2, but IntelliTouch. It has a different name too, a different model number actually.
Wow.
The reason we found it out is we sent it to Casablanca and they're like, yeah, this is a Discovery. That's what comes up in our records. Just like the Gemini, which is a IntelliTouch Genesis, which is a direct drive fan. So, cool stuff. all the exclusives they did. But anyway, that's a wrap, y'all. That's my 2003 Casablanca Panama II in brushed nickel with special guest Chance Gower.
That Texan Collector on
Yep.
YouTube.
So go subscribe to him. I'll tag his channel, or I guess I'll link his channel. That's the word I wanted to use in the description, so you can subscribe. I just sold him one of my white Delta 2s, so that will be up on his channel.
Oh yeah.
I already have a video of that one, so no loss for me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed.